What's up, everybody? JVille Sports here with my sports picks video, college football edition. It is Friday night, October the 16th. Some of you guys might be watching this on Saturday morning, October the 17th. Welcome to another weekend of college football. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the games. We had games Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, a doubleheader in college football. We are currently 3-1 in college football in the village, so we're off to a good start this week. We've been doing great with the long shot parlays as well. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me today and each and every time I put out a video. You guys are awesome. Like I mentioned, this is my college football edition. So this video is going to be all about college football. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. The village is growing each and every day. Like I said, you guys are amazing. For those of you that are new to the channel, what I like to do with college football is I like to make a video and give out a bunch of plays. I don't like to make a video and just give out one play. So my fun way of doing that is I put together a bunch of different plays. Now these are not my best plays. I save those for those who are a part of the village, but these are a lot of plays that I like. Some of them stronger than others, but a lot of these plays I play personally myself. So a fun way for me to give out a bunch of plays is I put them all together into what I call a long shot parlay, which is any parlay where the payout is $5,000 or more. I put that parlay in myself. I don't necessarily recommend you throw it in. Like I said, the main goal of the long shot parlay is not necessarily to hit it. Of course, I would love to hit it. I've hit it a couple times the past couple seasons when we've done this. Have not hit it yet this season. But the main purpose isn't to hit it. I have my bankroll, it, grows each and every week, so I have a lot to play with. But like I said, it's just my fun way of giving out a bunch of different plays. And I throw in a long shot parlay. Maybe I hit it, maybe I don't. But we have had a lot of success. We'll go over the numbers here real quick, but that's what I like to do with college football. So without further ado, what you guys have all been waiting for, let's get to this week's long shot parlay. So quickly, we'll go ahead and recap what we did last week. Again, we had another good attempt, another parlay full of winners. So if you guys did a smaller parlay, which is what I recommend, or even do a few straight bets, chances are you would have made some money. So this is what we did last week. This was our fifth attempt. We had Florida and Texas A&M over 56. They scored a ton of points in this game. I think they went over 70. We had Syracuse +2 at home. They lost their quarterback for the season. Even if he didn't get hurt, I forget at what period he got hurt, but it was a close game for a while, but they ended up losing to Duke. Texas Tech, Iowa State under 65. That one went way under. We had Arkansas, Auburn under 47. A lot more points than expected in that one. I think that one got in the 60s. And then the rest were winners. We only had 2 losses. We had East Carolina underdogs on the road. They were outright winners in a blowout win. We had Charlotte. This was our free play of the day, -2. They were on the road, a blowout winner. And then we had Clemson, Alabama, Notre Dame, 3 easy money lines, and they all, Clemson and Notre Dame were pretty easy. Alabama was in a dogfight. Man, that defense did not show up against Ole Miss. That was just a back and forth game. Alabama ended up coming out on top, thankfully. So I had Alabama and a few other things myself. But like I said, the long shot parlay was great. We went 7 out of 9. Again, we missed Syracuse and we missed the under in the Arkansas Auburn, but everything else was a winner. So a very, very good attempt. So we'll turn that page and we will go with attempt number 6. See if we can get lucky and hit this one. As you can see, our long shot record. These are all the plays that I include in the long shot since the beginning. So basically the first 5 long shot parlays, all of the plays individually, we are 28-14, a 67%. So my goal is to hit above 60% with all of these plays. So we are off to a great start. Let's keep it going here. So this is attempt number 6. So we are going to start with Temple. Temple is only playing their 2nd game of the season, but last week was their 1st game. So it's not like they played 1 game and they had a few weeks off and now they're playing their 2nd game. No, they started their season last week. So they're playing back-to-back weeks, which is good. So they should have been able to shake off the rust a little bit last week. It was a close game, a tough game against Navy. They lost by 2. That was on the road, so it was a good attempt. I mean, Navy already played 3 or 4 games, and this was their first game, and they almost won that game. So I would say it was a good debut by Temple. Now they're at home. This is their home opener, and they're playing a bad South Florida team. We were against South Florida last week. If you remember, we had East Carolina on the road. They blew out South Florida. This is not a good team at all. Offensively, defensively, they are just bad. I like Temple here. Again, this is their home opener. Again, home field advantage this year isn't a huge factor with the limited crowds. Some teams don't have crowds at all. But either way, it's definitely better to be at home than not. And we have, like I said, a South Florida team that's just going in the wrong direction. So I like Temple here to come out strong and just take control of this game early on. So I'm going with Temple in the first half to cover a touchdown, -7. Next, we are going with West Virginia, -21. They are also at home playing the worst team in the Big 12, one of the worst teams in all of college football in Kansas. This team has been one of the worst teams in football for quite some time. They're dealing with distractions as well. Their head coach, Les Miles, came down with COVID. He did not even make the trip with the team. So they're without their head coach. They're playing terrible. West Virginia is coming off a big win against Baylor, so they should be able to build upon that. They should have some momentum going into this game. In a short season, you really can't take your foot off the pedal. You have to go for every single game. This is a game at home against the worst team in your division. You just have to stomp them. So I like West Virginia here. I think they do just that. 21 points is a lot, especially against a team in your conference. But I think West Virginia here can do it. So I like West Virginia at home, -21. I think they win this game by at least 4 touchdowns. Next, we are going with Army and UTSA under 50. So UTSA, they've been surprising this year. Their offense does pack a punch. They can get some big plays. So I'm hoping Army here can limit those big plays. And you know what Army likes to do. They like to run the ball, control the clock, keep your offense off the field, which is definitely what Army is going to want to do here, especially on the road. An advantage here for UTSA is they played Army last year. I believe they lost by 18 points last year. So they should have learned from that. This should not be a surprise facing this Army and their triple offense. So I think UTSA will have a better effort here defensively and stopping Army's run. And we know Army is going to eat up that clock. And I think Army here can limit UTSA's offense as well by keeping them off the field. So I like this game to stay under 50. Next, we are going with North Carolina State -4. So we went against Duke last week and they burned us. We're going to go against Duke again this week. Again, this is a back-to-back road game for them. They were on the road against Syracuse last week. Now they're on the road here against NC State. NC State has been good this year, especially offensively. They are scoring 2 touchdowns more than Duke is. One of Duke's main problem is they've been turning the ball over a lot, pretty much every single game. And if that stays true in this game, if North Carolina State at home can win the turnover battle, I like them to win this game easily. It should be a battle. Again, Duke got their first win last week, so they're going to definitely look to build upon that. They should have a little bit of momentum going into this game, which is why I'm not taking NC State in the first half. I think when it's all said and done, though, like I said, I like the way this NC State team is playing, especially offensively. Neither of these teams have a great defense. So I'm going to go with the home team here that has been taking care of the ball. They look much better, and NC State is going to be the play for me, -4. And then last but not least of the spreads, we are going with Texas A&M, Mississippi State over 55. So we were on Texas A&M and they're over last week when they were against Florida. And Texas A&M showed what their offense could do. Again, that was a very, very good Florida team with a good defense. And they scored 41 points. Yes, it was at home, but they still scored 41 points against Florida, who was a top 5 team. And they were a top 5 team with a really good defense. And Texas A&M scored 41 points. Mississippi State does not have as good a defense. So I expect Texas A&M to keep up that scoring and score a bunch of points here. Mississippi State, they scored 2 points last week. And the week before, they scored 14 points. This team is really struggling offensively, but you know this week that was their main focus, was to fix this offense, figure out what's going on with this offense, and improve it. And I think we're going to see a big improvement here. Texas A&M doesn't have a great defense. So Mississippi State being at home, that should definitely help them here. And like I said, I think they had a strong emphasis on this offense to fix whatever their issues are. So I expect Mississippi State to score a bunch of points here. And if they want to win this game at home against A&M, they're going to be fired up. A&M is a ranked team coming into their building. If they want to beat A&M, they're going to have to score points to keep up. So I think that is exactly what they do. Hopefully this turns out to be a shootout type of game. So we're going with Texas A&M, Mississippi State over 55. I know Texas A&M is going to score and get their points, and I think Mississippi State at home is going to do the same. So that is going to wrap it up with the spreads. We have 5 spreads here, and then we're going to go with 4 money lines to round out this 9-team parlay, starting with the toughest of all of them, and that's Alabama at home against Georgia. So at the time of this video, it's still unclear if Nick Saban is going to be coaching the team or not. I'm sure you guys have all heard he came down with COVID. He tested negative on Thursday, yesterday. So he needs 3 consecutive negative tests. So I'm assuming he took another one today on Friday. I haven't seen the result of that. And he's going to have to take another one early on Saturday. And then if he passes all 3 of those, I think he can coach the team. So obviously that would be huge if he is there. Even if he's not, I still think Alabama at home is going to win this game. But this is going to be a great game. This is going to be a battle of 2 strengths. We have Georgia, probably the best defense in the nation, going up against Alabama, probably the best offense in the nation, at least up to this point. Georgia and Alabama are #1 in those 2 categories. So we're going to see which one comes out on top. I'm giving Alabama at home the slight edge here. I think Georgia, their offense at times has looked pretty shaky. And I just don't think, even though Georgia has the best defense in the nation, they're not going to stop Alabama. Alabama's going to be able to score. But Georgia's really good up front. They're good at stopping the run. They're good at putting pressure on you. But Alabama's going to be ready for it, whether it's quick passes, screen games, whatever it may be. If you remember last week, Tennessee was actually leading Georgia in Georgia at halftime, 21-17. That's actually happened twice to Georgia in their 3 games. They had really subpar first halves, and then the second half was just great. They will not be able to do that against Alabama. If they get down early against Alabama, especially on the road, they're going to be in trouble. But on the flip side, Alabama's defense is really a question this year. They give up 48 points. 48 points to Ole Miss last week. When's the last time Alabama's defense has given up that many points? Craziness though, but you know the defense was an emphasis this week. The offense, you know the offense is going to score. So if the defense can improve, like I said, they're going to get a lot of help from being at home. And like I said, I think this is going to be a good game, a close game, but I think this is going to be one that Alabama can squeak out. Like I said, you're going with strength against strength, one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the nation, with Georgia against Alabama, the best offense in the nation. But then on the flip side, you have Alabama. I think their defense is going to improve in this game. And then again, Georgia's offense, I don't think they're going to have the same success Ole Miss had. This is a completely different type of offense, and I think Alabama is going to be ready for it. So I'm going with Alabama on the money line here to win this game at home. Next, we're going with 3 easier money lines. We have Clemson. They're playing Georgia Tech. This is going to be a blowout. So we're going with the first half money line for a little bit better odds than the full game money line. And then we have Notre Dame. They are also at home. Louisville can put up some points. They're a decent team. But when it's all said and done, I expect Notre Dame at home to win that game. And then we have North Carolina. A little bit tougher game here. North Carolina's on the road, but this Florida State team is not very good. I expect North Carolina to be able to score a bunch of points here, and I don't think Florida State will be able to keep up. This could be a closer than expected game, but again, I think North Carolina, the much better team, and the team that's playing much better right now. So that is going to be our 4th money line, and that will round out the long shot parlay. So we have 5 spreads. We're going with 1 under, 1 over, and 3 favorites on the spread, and then we're going with 4 money line favorites. for a 9-team parlay where 123.62 will pay out $5,111.47. And here is my actual betting ticket to show you guys that I actually did put this in myself. All the plays that I give out here on the YouTube channel, or if you're a part of the village and you receive my email each and every day, which has all of my plays, I take all of those plays myself. If it's not good enough for me to play, it's not good enough for me to give out for you to play. And that is going to wrap it up with our long shot parlay. So again, I recommend maybe plucking out your favorites, doing a smaller parlay. But if you want to get crazy with me, it's definitely up to you. But that is just my fun way of giving out a bunch of plays. So that is 5 straight bets, 4 money lines that you guys can do what you want with. So let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day. But before I do want to mention my website, JVilleSportsPicks.com. Like I mentioned, this is where you'll go to sign up to receive my daily newsletter each and every day. You don't have to, once you sign up, you don't have to go back to my website each and every day. It's very, very simple. Once you sign up, I will send out my plays by email every single day. I never miss a day. You'll get the plays at least 1 hour before any of the games start to give you plenty of time to look the plays over, see what you want to do. So it's very, very simple. Go to JVilleSportsPicks.com. In the upper right hand corner, hit the big blue button. It will take you to a page which lists all the different packages that are available. Use promo code FOOTBALL, one word, all capital letters, very easy, football, for 10% off any package that is available. And then, like I said, from there, once you sign up and you are a part of the village, you'll start receiving emails each and every day, which has all of my plays. Very, very simple. So however you have your email notifications, that's how you'll know when the plays are out. And like I mentioned, we are already off to a 3-1 start this week in college football. We're looking to have a monster weekend here in both college football and the NFL. Now is a perfect time to join. My proposition for you is to try my picks out for 30 days, see how you like them. Obviously, if you do like them and you're winning, you're going to stick with me. You're going to stick with the picks and we'll win together. If you don't, or if I have a losing record during those 30 days, guess what? You get your money back, or you can have another month free. So again, if I have a losing record during the 30 days that you try out my picks, you will get your money back, or you can have another month free, whichever one you choose, no questions asked. That's how confident I am. I have not had to give a refund yet, because we are winning each and every month, and we are going to continue to do so. So go to JVilleSportsPicks.com, sign up to be a part of the village, start receiving my plays today. Again, don't forget to use the promo code FOOTBALL for 10% off, all capital letters. And that is the website. That's how to get there. That's what we are all about. Now let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day. If you remember, last week's free play of the day was on Charlotte, -2 on the road. That was a blowout. So we're going to be looking for another blowout here. And I mentioned already that I think this game is going to be a blowout. And that is the game between West Virginia and Kansas. I got West Virginia -21 at home. Again, this is a lot of points against a conference foe. But I think Kansas is just that bad. This isn't the same West Virginia, the run and shoot type of offense that's going to score. That's going to score 40, 50 points a game. But against Kansas, I do think they can score 40 plus points here at home. Again, I don't think West Virginia is going to be punting the ball much in this game. Again, this game is at home. In the shortened season, you really can't take any chances. I expect West Virginia from start to finish to come out motivated and ready to go. I think they jump out early and often. And like I said, I see this game being at least a 4-touchdown game. Kansas on the road without their head coach. Even with their head coach, they haven't been good all season long. Baylor, who West Virginia just beat, Baylor beat Kansas 47-14. That was in Baylor. Complete blowout. And then after that, Oklahoma State, this was in Kansas. They won 47-7. That was an absolute blowout. And West Virginia can do the exact same thing. That is today's free play of the day. West Virginia -21 at home against Kansas. To wrap up our college football video, stay tuned for our NFL video, which I'll be releasing here shortly. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me today and each and every time I put out a video. Good luck with whatever plays you guys do decide to put in. I hope you guys sweep the board, completely kill it out there. And again, I will see you guys soon for my NFL video. Good luck and stay safe.